Not necessarily maybe what's wrong with the traditional approach to education. It's the customer of education has changed. And if your customer changes, you need to, as being a provider of services, you need to be able to change with them and, in a sense, change ahead of them. And in education, for years, it was you went to school to find the information, the data, the info was held at the school, and you went to the school, and a teacher would give you information at the front of the classroom, and then they would give you a book that would supplement what the teacher was giving you. Well, things have changed in the last 10, 15 years. Now with the advent of the internet, students have access to the information. So now we understand that they can get the information anytime, any place. As educators, we need to be the ones to help them understand how to use that information wisely, be able to apply it, and be able to create with it, and be able to express themselves with the data and in all the ways they have the ability to do that these days. Why is it that you want to do an experiential approach? Why you want to do a simulation approach to teach is because inside that simulation, we can create that highly interactive world to let that learner go and experience that world the way it really is in the real world. And therefore, we make it so much more interesting and so much more engaging. It plays out like a real-life video game. But it's done in a way that lets you understand how you work in the world, collaborate in the world, communicate in the world, and be in the world. So that's that. In the long answer, that's obviously not a short answer to that. The long answer is it allows you to really engage the learner, have it be highly interactive, model the real world, and in doing so, the learner understands how do you really act and work in the real world. Yeah, in doing a simulation, you have the opportunity to have the learner engage in in research and project management and in data collection and laying out the data and organizing data and thinking through process. Also, in simulation being project-based, you allow the learner to then take that information and be creative with it. And now they're going to produce a product with it. So not only are they getting to do that very logical approach and processes, but you also let them do the very creative, the very left brain part of what we think about. And that when you think about it, in the real world, we need people to have both those kind of mindsets. What customers buy, what customers need is solutions to problems. And solutions to problems always end with someone creatively solving a problem for someone else. I think that's the trick is that you take any topic and by putting it into a career simulation, you make it more engaging, and you kill two birds with one stone. And so you're able to have that learner learn about career paths and see a potential career for them, but you also let them engage with the material, the knowledge you want them to learn. So in the case of personal finance, we have the learner engaging as a new hire, going undercover in a company to go and discover some embezzlement that's going on. And in doing that, we allow them to see how companies work, how things happen in the real world, and at the same time, we make necessary and just in time that knowledge of personal finance so they can go and investigate for the crime and discover who's embezzling. Looking for ways to bring interactivity into the classroom is something that every teacher needs to be thinking about, because that is really the essence of blended learning, and it's what that teacher can really offer, especially the students of today. And it's just taking the time to recognize that student now has access to knowledge. They can go get that information. But as the teacher, you're going to help them process through the story of it, the narrative of it, to find the meaning and the value of the information. And that's what teachers offer, that chance to do one-on-one and help the student find really the true value and the wisdom in that knowledge.